Hi, my name is Leslie Spengler, and I'm the teacher at the At Home Apex program, and these are the guidelines and expectations. The website for the online learning platform is www.apexvs.com. VS is in virtual school. Attendance. All students are required to complete a minimum of 25 quizzes per week. For every 2 to 5 quizzes less than 25, an excused absence will be added to their attendance. So for example, if a student would do 20 quizzes, that would mean that one unexcused absence would be listed in their attendance. For some students, just doing 25 quizzes won't be enough to complete all credits on time, so they need to be aware of how many they need to do each week to achieve their goal. I can help them with that if there are any questions. Resets. If a student fails a quiz, they may reset it themselves up to 3 times before they are locked out of that subject until a teacher resets it. I get text messages to my phone and will do resets as soon as possible. If a student is locked out of a class, he or she can move on to another class until that quiz is reset. Exams. At the end of every exam, at the end of every class, there's a final exam. The final exam must be taken in the classroom or over Google Meet with a working webcam. When taking the final exam on Google Meet, the students must have that working webcam in order for me to be able to see them and see their screen. If your student needs a new device, please send an email to chromebooks@my.westclair.org. No cheating. All information for every quiz can be found in the lessons. A student cannot get answers from any other source other than the lesson, study guides, or checkup problems. Using any other internet site is strictly prohibited. If it is suspected that there's cheating that's taken place, all those quizzes can be deleted and need to be redone. If a student is struggling, please let me know how we can help them. Now, let's take a look at Apex itself. When your student opens up their Apex, they're going to see what they call their dashboard. To the left-hand side, there will be their classes listed that they need to complete. In the middle, where it says grade to date, that is their grade up to that point. Even if they've only done 2 quizzes, that would be the average of those 2 quizzes. Next, we have the progress bar. You can see how far they have gone and how much they have left to do. Now, if your student clicks on this grade to date, it will show the quizzes that they've done and unit tests and their grade. It will also show them how much they have left to complete. So that way you or your student will be able to see how much they have left to do in that class. Now, let's take a look at a class. We'll look at biology. All Apex classes are set up the same. They're all broken down into units. So our unit for biology is Intro to Biology. Once you click on the unit, it will take you to the next page that has their lessons. So if I click over to lesson 1.1.1, studies are called the lessons. Then you'll click Start. Now, this lesson happens to have 9 pages. As you can see, you can scroll through the information. These would just be like pages in a textbook. Key terms are in blue, and if you see that, you can click on them and it will give you the definition. There are also different interactive pieces that you can click on if the student would like to. There's usually information embedded into those that might be on their quiz.
Now, students can also click text-to-speech.
Scientific study is an ongoing process.
And it will read every page and every story to them. So if comprehension is an issue, that might be a great way to go. Once a student has gone through, read the information from the lesson, they can click the arrow and now they can go on to the quiz. Most quizzes are 10 questions with multiple choice, true and false, occasionally a short answer where they are, it's only going to be one word. So if we look at our questions through here, so this one happens to be a multiple choice. Now, all Apex quizzes are open book. So if you want to go, if the student wants to go back to look something up, they'll click the arrow, go back into the lesson, and they can go find their answer. Once they go back to the quiz, they'll pick up right where they left off. The only thing different in any class is with math. So any math class, still broken down into units. Math classes have what they call checkup problems. So like this checkup. They'll click on the checkup, and checkup problems are examples of most every kind of math question that the student will come across on their quiz. Now, in all lessons, there are also what they call study guides, which are on the first page of every lesson. Now, like with the checkup problems, your student can click on those and they will print out blank. They're essentially like guided notes with no answers. However, if your student is struggling, they can let me know and I can email them the study guides and checkup problems with answers. Eventually, when they open up the study guide and checkup problems, they'll be able to have answers, but that will be down the road. If you have any further questions on how Apex works, please don't hesitate to let me know.